Welcome to Always Moving Forward with Renee.
Moving forward.
Good morning and welcome to Always Moving Forward with Renee and friends. Today is the day that the Lord has made. Rejoice, rejoice, and be glad. My friends, I have Jackie on that end, and I have Patricia Noni G here. Okay.
She gonna laugh again.
Patricia Noni G. But I just want to welcome everyone back to part two with Love Home Care. Okay, with Love Home Care. Now, again, like I said last week, get your paper, your pen, because you want to take notes. But just quick, let me give a shout out to our sponsors, United Success Network. They can be reached at 313-282-4455. And let me say, if it wasn't for Mr. Bell, we wouldn't be here with you. So always keep Mr. Bell in mind. Remember, if you need prayer or you just want to let us know that you saw the show, you can call or text us at 313-657-5556 or email us at gwealths111@gmail.com. Romans 15th chapter, 1st verse. We who are strong have an obligation to bear with the failing of the weak and not to please ourselves. So we have home health care, Love Home Health Care, that's doing just that.
That's right.
They're doing just that. But I don't want to take up too much time. I'm going to have Jackie to introduce our special guest today. So Jackie.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Ames Patterson is here from With Love Home Health Care. And she is a resource coordinator for With Love Home Health Care. She's a graduate of the University of Houston, and Ames has worked as an activity director in 2 nursing homes before she got with Love Home Health Care. So Ames, tell us a little bit about yourself and how things with the home, how did you get hooked up with Love Home Health Care?
God. Seriously, God brought me to them. You ever make that thing and you kind of put it out there in prayer, like send me where I need to go?
Yes.
And it was a convoluted way, but I ended up exactly where I'm supposed to be. And the funny thing about when you end up where you're supposed to be, you know it.
Yes, you
It's
certainly
so
do.
easy.
You certainly do.
It's like so easy. It's like no drama. It's almost too easy. It gets a little scary, like this feels too good. Like this is too right, you know? So definitely, it was a doctor. His name is Dr. Ellison. I was working with him, and he told me, the kind of person you are, we have a company that you need to be working with.
Oh.
And then I went and met the owners, and it was just the flow and the easiness of it. But not to say they aren't tough.
Okay.
That was a hard interview. It was. They wanted to know everything about you. And once again, they don't just let you go out and represent them. They want to know what your thoughts are, like about people, how your respect for people. Is it all about the money or is it people? Like, how do you feel about money? And then I think they liked my answer. I said, well, I noticed who God gave it to, so.
I'm gonna work for them.
So it's just one of the things that we do. We go in our community, and each person represents themselves, and you represent your company. And they just wanted to make sure it was someone that I guess it's the same reason why Google and all the other companies go ahead and just do that background on you. You know, just to make sure the things that you're telling them is also the life that you're living.
Okay. And you know what, Ames, you mentioned Dr. Ellison.
Yes.
He was my brother's doctor.
Really?
Yes. Yes,
He
was my
is-
brother's doctor.
Can I just tell you, he loves his patients so much. He's so much fun because he has an amazing bedside manner. I know he's a graduate of Wayne State. He's a black physician, and
Yes.
he loves taking care of his patients. I mean,
Okay.
he
You
does.
must tell him
I will.
that we met, because I was the one, my brother, when he was in the rehab,
Mhm.
I was there 24, I would walk in at any given time.
Okay.
The nurses, everybody said, you know, we had more family members like you,
Exactly.
Right.
you know, like you, because I would call a meeting with the doctor, with, you know, the nurses, you know, we're gonna meet today.
That's the
Because
teacher
I
in
need
you.
to know what's going on with my brother.
But that's also the teacher in you.
Oh,
you know.
yes, but that was love and concern for my
Absolutely.
brother. But you know, I have a question for you.
Okay.
Do you have consistent assignments? Or will the nurses, you know, like change on a
Okay.
regular basis?
We can't say they won't ever change, but we definitely have consistent people come. There's a reason. Think about mind, body, soul. People tell you all the time that connection to get well. When you have somebody sick, you want to get the mind, body, soul together.
Yes, that's right.
And part of the mind is when somebody comes out and they're talking to you, you want to be able to express your concerns. You don't want to tell this person this day and this person this day. Having that same person that you've shown your grandkids pictures to, that they know that you don't like the smell of lavender or whatever, you know, there's just that comfort. And once you're comfortable, then that helps in your recovery.
Right.
And also, a lot of times, working in a nursing home, there were two different kind of seniors. There was the one that told everybody, yep, I'm sick, and this is what the doctor said, I'm sick. And there was some that wouldn't tell anybody. And I would ask, why won't you share it? And they said, no, I don't want people coming up and I have to make them feel better. They're coming to visit me and I'm making them feel better over my sickness. So there's different kind of people.
Yeah.
So one of the things you want to do as you make that relationship with the patient and you show them that love and you show them that support, you want them to maybe open up to some of their other things that they might not tell you, or symptoms that they'll start feeling comfortable. Well, you know, this is also going on, that they might not have even shared with the doctor.
Okay,
Right.
that's great.
Right.
So in other words, you make a good connection with your clients.
Absolutely, it's
And they feel comfortable in sharing different things that they might not share with doctors.
yeah, because you know, the doctors sometimes they see you for 15, 20 minutes. When you're seeing somebody 2 or 3 times a week over a large amount of weeks, you start noticing things.
Right.
You start asking some questions like, hey, why is your finger doing that? When did that start happening with your tongue, that you're twirling it like that? You start asking those questions that might not have been present even when you met with the doctor.
Okay.
Now, I know that with Love Home Healthcare, they have male nurses.
Yes, they do.
So
Yes, they do.
how is that going on with y'all having male nurses?
Okay. Well, absolutely. We've noticed that a lot of times, and you might know this, and I know this, I'm just going to say this, as a person that isn't size 5, I'll phrase it like that. You know, sometimes you might want someone, when you have a little unsteady gait, to feel like, you know, this person, that person has me, you know. Sometimes that's a situation. Sometimes it's a male-to-male situation where they feel more comfortable speaking with the male. Sometimes, now obviously, it's the care of the patient. But
Right.
whatever we can do to get that patient the most comfortable is what we would do. And they can request that. Like you can say, I feel more comfortable with the male, or I feel more comfortable with the female. You could say that.
Okay.
Okay.
Good, good. And you know, I just want to let our viewers know that Amy has talked about seniors a lot,
Yes.
you know, but they do service all ages.
Yes,
Yeah.
we had a particular case where it was a younger person, they broke both legs, and, yeah, it was, unfortunate, but, they might need some
Yeah.
PT or some occupational therapy.
Right.
You know, ice is coming up, winter is coming.
That's right.
In Michigan, so it's not necessarily, you know, someone age 55 or older that might actually be having that slip and fall.
Right.
Or it might not, you know, depending on what circumstance happened to you, be it a car accident, be it a medical situation, you know, unfortunately, people with cancer come in all ages.
And tell me.
What's y'all youngest that y'all have worked with?
It's what the doctor asks. I don't know if they've worked in pediatrics.
Okay.
That would be something on a case-to-case basis. We would get the order from the doctor, and then we would match up the person.
Okay, so they basically deal with adolescents,
Yeah,
teenagers and.
Yes.
Okay.
and up. But I will say seniors have a special place in our heart. I
yeah.
will definitely say.
As a black-owned business, what are some of the challenges that they have faced, or you have faced?
Okay, a lot of times with black-owned businesses, you'll notice that for some reason, people and don't think that we service other people. They think we only service African American people.
Oh, really?
Right, when we service everyone. Or sometimes we'll have a challenge where people think that the person that you're gonna send to them isn't as professional,
Right.
that they're not gonna do as good a job.
Those prejudice
Yeah.
thoughts that's been instilled in people.
Yes. And that is like the level of professionalism bar none. But you know what? Having the ability to adjust to someone, you know? Maybe the person that you're talking to might feel weird. They want to talk to someone and be able to say, hey man, we have that. And maybe they want to talk to someone and say, sir, will you? And we have that. But I notice a lot of it is just thoughts. It's like people have different thoughts.
Oh, yeah.
And sometimes they don't want to recommend it because they think, oh, well, are they as good? And the funny part is, how many, and I can say this, this is where I would send my mother, my 94-year-old mother.
Okay.
If she needed help, this is who I would choose.
All right.
My aunt. And it has no color. Picking the place that will do the best for your family member so you can relax.
Yes.
So you
yes.
can have a day off.
Right.
So your mind can also relax so that you can refill your own cup to then help take care of your family member. Because you know, we got it, and we got it just like you.
Okay.
We're gonna say, would you like your blanket? You know, we're gonna make them comfortable, we're gonna talk to them, and if there's any concern, we're gonna call you, and we're gonna say, hi, guess what? Your mom mentioned that she needs some, I don't know, an onion tomorrow. I'm just letting you know we're leaving, but you might wanna put that on your list and head out. Those little touches are some things we're gonna do. When we give you the report, we're gonna throw in some things that maybe you need to hear. Oh, okay. Oh, I forgot that. Yeah, I'm gonna pick that up for her. She's making dressing for Thanksgiving.
Ames, can you share with us some advice you have for families who are looking for health care for their loved ones?
Absolutely. This is really, really important. Most people, when something happens to your family member, you're in a panic. You're like, oh, I don't know what to do, and I'm just gonna go ahead and take anybody's advice.
Okay,
Don't do that.
okay,
Actually know who's going to be coming to help
Right.
your family member.
all right.
Say, I want them to go with Love Home Health Care. Or if there's somebody else that you want them to go with, say that.
Okay.
Know you have a choice to choose the people that come and take care of your family members. That is so important.
Yes.
And know that if you have a voice to do that. And again, if you have a good experience like she had with her brother, speak up and tell other people. So when you're at your family reunion, over Thanksgiving, over Christmas holiday, say, guess what? My brother got help with Love Home Health Care. If you're ever in the hospital, or you know a family member, or you're not happy with the one that you're receiving,
Okay.
speak up and tell your doctor
Right.
you'd rather go with this company.
Right, right. And give us that phone number again.
Okay, so the phone number is 1-877-578-1158.
Also you have to be careful because you got some home companies, you can't even contact them. They give you a number, they don't answer the phone.
They don't
Or
answer.
they have a recording answering the
That's
phone.
true, Jackie, that's very true.
No, we have people in the office. We have an office staff, and they answer the phone. If for some reason you need to leave a message, they get back to you, as you can probably attest to. And
Yeah.
yes, and again, you can even put it on the website, and we call you
Well,
from
I
there.
can say that his nurse, my brother's nurse, I have his number,
Yeah.
and the physical therapist number,
Yes.
and occupational therapist
Yes.
number, and I have the pathologist number, so I have the numbers that I can contact them. And you want to be able to contact whoever's servicing your brother,
Yes.
Right, right.
or
Your loved
family,
one.
your loved ones.
Right, and talking about numbers, I'm just going to give you Ames Patterson is her name, AMES. Patterson, Patterson. That phone number, toll free,
Yes.
877-578-1158. Again, that number is 877-578-1158. But Amy, tell us, what's the best part of your job?
This is my favorite subject. You guys made me so happy. The best part of my job, and I said this before, is making my mother proud. My mom was a nurse. I come from a long line of teachers and nurses. And those old adages that leave stuff better than you found it?
Absolutely.
I'm sorry, I'm
Yes.
getting emotional.
Okay.
My mom makes me emotional. I was taught that. I was taught there's a right way and there's a wrong way. The right way is always harder.
Yeah,
It is, it is.
So guess what? Just know it's gonna be harder and choose it anyway.
Tissue.
Thank you.
Keep talking.
Then, on the folder, you show people the folder, you have
Yes.
accredited. So do
Yes.
nursing homes have to be accredited or what?
Yes, like you have to go through a process by where you get a license to be a
Okay.
home health care and to be a nursing home.
Is that through the state?
Yes, that's through, thank you.
You're welcome.
That's through the state. And what happens is when you get that, the state comes in and it checks on you. It doesn't just allow you to go willy-nilly all the
Okay.
time and never check on you. They do
Okay.
audits and everything, and they check to make sure everything's okay. They look at your records. They might even contact some of your patients, everything. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, Ames, I think that's a good way of checking on nursing care programs, because so many have given the people that are doing a great job a bad name, a bad rap, because they are not doing and taking care of the patients the way they should. So with that being said, with the accreditation, what are some of the things that you think people should look for when they go to visit a nursing home
Okay,
in making a selection?
the first thing is your loved one.
Okay.
If your loved one always seems really nervous
Okay.
when you get there, pay attention to the signals that they give you.
Okay.
You know,
Okay.
if they never seem relaxed,
Okay.
if they're never telling you something nice that the aide did for them, like, oh, you know, because they have their little stories, you
Yes.
know. They have their little stories. Oh, you know, I'm just going to name, Susie brought me, you know, some candy, extra fresh water, you know, something. They have their little stories. The second thing that you can actually really pay attention to when you walk in, do the staff know you by name?
Oh, okay.
That's important.
Oh, yeah.
Do they know? Because I hear it all the time. Oh, that's her daughter. Oh, that's her son. Because chances are your mom or your aunt or your grandmother, they've showed pictures. This is my grandson. This is my granddaughter. This is my daughter. They've told stories.
Yes.
So the fact that they're getting that regular care and they recognize you. And here's something that people don't pay attention to or they don't know. Do you want to know the busiest time of a nursing home?
During the holidays, I would think.
Lunch,
No?
When?
Mother's Day.
Mother's Day?
Okay.
really? Okay.
Yeah, people think it's Thanksgiving
Oh.
and people think it's Christmas. But a lot of people are going to, they're at home cooking for their family.
Yes.
Or they're visiting the other side, you know, the father side of the family.
Okay.
They think that their loved one doesn't realize, like, what's the difference in a day? Or they're bringing their loved one home for that day.
I see.
So the parking lot is relatively empty
Okay.
on those days.
Okay.
But on Mother's Day, you can't get a parking space in there. Yeah, so there's lots of little things that people don't pay attention to, but as you work there, you know. So when I was working at a nursing home, one of the things you do is you really try to make that day special
Okay.
for them. So one of the things that you can do that I love doing, that I did for my mom, and here's an idea.
Okay.
I made my mom a Facebook page.
Okay. That's
Oh,
a good idea.
good.
So what happened is her eyesight is like a hawk, but she's hard of hearing at 94.
Okay.
So what I did is I made little videos of her talking and little videos of her story. And then I post those
Okay.
on Facebook for her so that all the relatives can see that. And then they post their response in video form. And then I post that. And then when I go over there, I show her. There are ways that now you can still connect with the younger generation.
Yes.
They can become the Facebook friend, and then they can record something that says Happy Thanksgiving, you know, and then they can play it for your loved one.
Okay.
You know, well, one of the things too about nursing homes that you have to watch out, how clean is it?
Absolutely. That's you know.
How clean are those nurses' uniforms? You know, how they looking?
Yeah, that would be very true. Most of the ones I'm involved with, that wasn't a concern, so I probably can't speak to the ones that.
Oh, yeah.
Again, I only assign myself to places that I'm proud of.
Okay, great.
You know, what was important to me when my brother was, you know, in a home, is that could I come 24 hours?
Absolutely.
You know,
Right.
that was real important.
Right.
And another thing was important, like Jackie, you and I talked about it. You know, will he have his own TV?
Absolutely.
Will he have his telephone?
Okay.
You know,
Absolutely.
that was important to me.
Of course.
You know, can I clean his clothes?
Absolutely.
Right.
You know, I didn't want anyone to
That's
wash
right.
them. You know, can I clean his clothes? Those things were really important to me.
Or when
Do
you-
I have hands-on with the doctor, with the
Absolutely.
nurses?
Absolutely.
Or
You
when
know.
you go in, somebody else got somebody's clothes on.
Clothes
on,
Oh,
that's
loved
true.
one's clothes on.
You know, because I
I've
told
seen
them
that.
from the beginning, do not wash my brother's clothes. I will take care of that. You know, I will take care of that. We love the home.
Right.
You know, it was clean, everyone, you know, the uniforms were clean.
Mm-hmm. Often those sheets are clean.
You know, the sheets were changed. I
Right.
mean, just, they had
Yeah, that's a good
everything we
concern.
wanted.
And
But
the
there's
food.
certain things that I had to do, you know, that
Right.
I didn't want them to do.
Yeah.
But,
And the food, Renee. What they feeding them.
oh, yes, because you said, Jackie, where your brother is now, the food is good.
Oh, that old lady who's cook, she be setting it out.
Well, I will say this, when they don't like the food, they let you know.
Yes,
I can tell you.
Everybody can't talk now, you know.
Oh, they let you know.
Some way they don't eat it, or they'll
Right.
make a face or something.
They
when you're
let-
trying to
they
feed
let you
them.
know.
Or you come and that plate still filled with food.
Right, some way,
What's
like
going
you
on?
said, Amy, they will let you
They,
know.
now that one I've seen in action. They will let you know.
Yeah.
Right. But you know, we've had such a good time today with you,
Thank you.
Amy.
Yes.
You know, letting us and our viewers know about, you know, With Love Home Health Care.
Thank you.
And, you know, just some things that they can do if you have that loved one
Yes.
that needs a little help.
Especially, you know, think about this. If they are having dialysis, if they have an unsteady gait, if they have diabetes, maybe they've just gone ahead and been diagnosed with it, and they're not comfortable yet, you know, going ahead and taking their blood. If you're going on vacation and you know that this person needs extra help,
Right.
if this person had a stroke and maybe they need the speech pathologist,
Yes.
this person maybe they had a trach and they are uncomfortable with the cleaning and all the things to be taught to do for themselves. Wounds where they need help learning how to change the dressings, or they need their dressings changed. There's so many things that people don't think about that you can speak up and be the advocate for your loved one.
But you know, Amy, we're running out of time here, but we've got to have her to come back another time.
I would love to.
You know, we've
Yeah.
got to have her to come back. So remember, God loves you, and so do we. And I hope you didn't eat too much for Thanksgiving. But have a good one. See
Have
you
a good
next
Happy
week.
Thanksgiving.
Yes, next week.
I hope you enjoy Always Moving Forward with Renee.
Moving
What's up, everybody? This is your girl, Vicki Winans, and you're watching Bell Global Network.
Hi, everybody. I'm telling you, everything that happened to me that was good, God did it. I'm Evelyn Turrentine, AG, and you're watching the Bell Global Network.
This is Pastor D. Alexander Bullock of Preachers of Detroit, and you're watching the Bell Global Network.
This is Bishop Edgar Van of Second Ebenezer Church in Detroit, Michigan, and you're watching the Bell Global Network.
Hi, I'm Bernadette Stanis. You know me best as Thelma from the TV show Good Times, and you are watching Bell Global Network.
What's up, everybody? This is your girl, Vicki Winans, and you're watching Bell Global Network.